Hi, I'm Van Phillips, European Tour winner and PGA coach, and in today's lesson I want to teach you guys how to get your low point in the right place in your golf swing. Okay, so low point, what do I mean by that? Well, obviously the swing is basically an arc. It's some form of an elliptical shape, if you like. It's not quite a perfect circle, but there is a lowest point in the arc of the golf swing, and we'd like that to be just after the ball, believe it or not. Now, there can be some confusion about that. Some people can wrongly assume that we actually would like the club to be at its lowest point directly under the golf ball. In actual fact, it's somewhere between sort of 3 and 5 inches on the target side of the ball when we'd like the club to be at its lowest, and therefore we'd like the divot to occur after we've struck the ball. I'm talking about iron shots and shots that are struck from the ground here. Obviously, driver off a peg is a different set of dynamics, but in order to help us to do that, there's a few things we need to do. One is we need to really make sure that we're shifting our weight towards the target sufficiently. One of the biggest causes of our low point being in front of the ball and therefore us hitting the ground early is the fact that we keep our weight too much on the back leg into impact. If we watch all the best strikers of irons in the world, we'll see quite a significant weight shift onto the front foot as they come into impact, and we need to encourage that. The second point is the unhinging of the wrists quite early in the downswing. Again, that's going to give us a better chance of hitting the ground on the wrong side of the golf ball. We want to try and hit the ground on the target side of the ball. So we need to encourage some weight shift, and we need to encourage a later unhinging of the wrist. Now, I've set up a bit of a station here that's going to help us to do those things in the right way. Now, I've put a towel on the ground here, and I've put it about 6 to 8 inches behind the golf ball, and visually what that's going to do, it's going to help you to understand that you want to deliver that club head down on a fairly narrow angle, if you like. It's going to help you to get a more descending blow, and it's also going to help you to actually shift your weight as you do that, because in your vision, in your peripheral vision, it's your objective to not strike that towel, and in order to do that you're going to start naturally wanting to shift a bit more towards the target. So this is a great drill. Place a towel as I have done here, about that 6 inches behind the ball. Now, I've put a head cover just outside the golf ball as well, and the reason I've done that is because it's quite instinctive when we're trying to encourage a steeper angle of attack and to get our strike point on the other side of the ball. It can be quite easy to actually start coming over the top and throwing the club out and over. That's an easy way to get steeper, but it's also an incorrect way, and it's going to play havoc with your swing path. You're going to start hitting shots way left, taking huge divots, and potentially adding a lot of slice spin if the face is open as well. So this head cover encourages us to move towards the target because the towel's on the ground, but it also encourages you to keep that club head on a slightly more in to out path, if you like. It really stops you from throwing the club out over the top, because visually you're going to be afraid of hitting the head cover, and it's going to really force you to attack the ball on a better path. So try to get the towel and the head cover set up like this. It's going to help you then to not only get the right angle of attack, but also to get a better swing path. Now, delaying the wrists into the shot is going to help you massively as well. So I'd like you to do two things when you're swinging. I'd like you to focus on the rear elbow. So as you make your backswing and you start moving into transition, you start feeling your change in direction, I'd like you to really feel that you try to use your rear elbow first. So the first thing that you feel is the rear elbow driving forward in front of your right hip and towards the golf ball. So you're going to just practice. You can do it without a club as I am here. Practice this movement of the arm in transition, and that's going to help you to delay the throwing of the club head. Okay, so the wind's just blown my towel over here. I'm going to move it back in a moment, but doing those two things, setting up this station like that, is going to automatically get you to feel like you're moving the weight more to the left side. And if we can couple that with a great right elbow or rear elbow movement, that's going to help you to delay that club head, and again it's going to help you to get your strike point after your low point after the ball. Okay, so let's go ahead, get my towel back in position. They say never work with animals and children in video. The wind also plays havoc. Okay, so got my towel back in place. I'm just going to go ahead and hit this now, and it's just going to encourage me to move more onto my front foot. I don't want to hit the towel. The head cover is going to encourage me to attack the ball on a decent path. It's not going to encourage me to throw the club over the top. And I'm just going to sense my rear elbow driving in transition, and that's going to also help me to keep that club head delayed and get my strike point a little bit more after the golf ball. So felt those things nicely there. The divot has occurred after the ball, so that tells me that my low point was in a good place. I had nice crisp contact with the ball. I'm very happy with that strike. So go ahead, set up this station when you practice. That was just a pitching wedge. You can do it with a short club to start with. Get the towel about 6 inches behind the ball. Get that head cover fairly close. Make it quite intimidating. It'll stop you from throwing the club over the top. And just work on that rear elbow move in transition. It's going to help you to get your low point in the right spot in your swing. Hope you're enjoying these videos. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Head over to my website. There's an absolute wealth of information on there. 35 years of my research, playing at the highest level with the best in the world and being taught by the best in the world as well. I've really studied this game. It's been my life's work. It's all on that website for you.